can watch the replay now. We are so excited to welcome you to Scrapbook.com and kick off this fun-filled 2-day event. All right, SBC Fest was phenomenal.
Amazing.
So many amazing instructors, top-notch in our industry. It was amazing.
Yes, and you can watch the replay right now at scrapbook.com/SBCFest or head over to the Scrapbook.com YouTube channel.
You're gonna wanna check it out. It's amazing.
Clean, crisp cuts every time without warping your plate. No more replacing your warped cutting plates. The Magic Mat is designed to replace one of the cutting pads used in your die cutting machines. It will improve your die cutting from the first time you use it.
Are you ready to become a VIP? Do you have a cell phone that you can text on? Then consider this an exclusive invitation. As a VIP, you will receive special secret offers via text. These items are usually free, and they are always must-have craft supplies from beloved brands. Sometimes we even send you insider knowledge about upcoming deals that you won't find anywhere else. Or we'll send a little coupon code to brighten your day and lower your cart cost. We'll also let you know first about new releases like the next hottest color from Tim Holtz, or that brand new must-have oh, I almost spilled the beans. You're just gonna have to sign up to find out what that one is for yourself. Send us a text and become a VIP at scrapbook.com.
First, let's start with our deluxe adhesive roller. This is permanent and it has this really cool handle. It's ergonomic, so it fits in your hand beautifully and comfortably. So if you have trouble grabbing onto things, this is gonna be the one for you. Next is our dotted adhesive roller. Now our dotted adhesive roller is refillable. So you can also purchase this package of 2 adhesive roller refills, and they are dotted. So that means they are repositionable, but once dry, it's permanent. But you have some time to move around things. So if you're constantly changing your mind like me when you're scrapbooking or making projects, this one is the one for you. All right, next is our permanent adhesive roller that is refillable as well. You can also purchase the adhesive roller refills right here. The white goes with the green because they are permanent, which means it has that solid strip of adhesive. And it as well has a cap that comes on and off to protect your adhesive. So smooth and nice and feels really comfortable in your hand.
Hello, my crafty friends. Let's get organized. What's my tip of the day for you? Start small and start right now. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed with your entire craft room or craft space. Just organize one thing. Maybe it's gonna be 4 inches of paper into your new paper handler. Maybe it's gonna be that box of eyelets or buttons that's just been bugging you forever. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed by everything in your space. Go into your craft space, start small, start now, organize one thing, and that one thing will turn into a snowball, and before you know it, your entire craft space will be organized. Join me on Scrapbook.com and I'll help you every step of the way.
Did you miss SBC Fest?
No problem. You can watch the replay now. We are so excited to welcome you to Scrapbook.com and kick off this fun-filled 2-day event. All right, SBC Fest was phenomenal.
Amazing.
So many amazing instructors, top-notch in our industry. It was amazing.
Yes, and you can watch the replay right now at scrapbook.com/SBCFest or head over to the Scrapbook.com YouTube channel.
You're gonna wanna check it out. It's amazing.
Clean, crisp cuts every time without warping your plate. No more replacing your warped cutting plates. The Magic Mat is designed to replace one of the cutting pads used in your die cutting machines. It will improve your die cutting from the first time you use it.
Hello, friends, and welcome to our fabulous live stream party. Boy, are we going to be whipping up some major inspiration today. You're not going to want to miss it. This live stream is all about texture and mixed media modeling paste. This is our brand new Cloud Whip. We know you all have been anxiously waiting for this just like we have, and it's finally here. And not only is it here in-house, it is at a special deal price for this live stream today and tomorrow only, so you're going to want to grab it while supplies last. So let's jump right in and talk about this fabulous Cloud Whip. All right, friends, I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about this, so I just want to address it now before we get started. A lot of people are going to want to know, how long does it take to dry? Now, that varies. It depends on how thick the texture is that you're going to create with, and it also depends on the climate and where you live. If you're in a humid type of area, it's going to take a little longer. If you're in a very dry climate, like we are here in Arizona, this thing can dry in 2 seconds flat. So it just depends. It's going to vary on where you're at and how thick your texture is going to be. And the next question I know that I will get asked is, can you heat it? Yes, you can. You can put a low heat on it to dry it quicker if you would like to. And then if you're using it with stencils, if you're going to use it with stencils, you're going to want to clean them right away after you use the Cloud Whip on them. And all you have to do is put them into a stencil bath. If you don't know what that is, it's just a tub with some soapy water in it. Just immerse your stencils right into it and they will clean up quickly. I like to use Dawn soap or even Lysol wet wipes. It gets this stuff off really good. Okay, let's jump right in and do some fun demos using this Cloud Whip. Let's show you what it's all about. Let's first start with the paper I'm going to use. Now you can use any paper that you want, but what I like to use is this Vicki Boutin mixed media paper. It's the white foundations. It's great because it's really thick paper that can handle the absorption of things like different types of medium pastes. So I'm going to just grab one of my sheets out of here. There is a perforated thing that you can pull out your paper, but I just pulled the whole thing because it's going to be my background that I'm going to use to do some demos on. Okay, so I need to push some of my clouds out of the way here. All right, let's take this and then let's take a stencil. I would like to use, this is our 6x8 little cloud stencil. So I'm going to open up this packaging. Let's get this guy out. I mean, why not? Let's use a cloud since we're talking about Cloud Whip. And you can use your mint tape to adhere your stencil down to your surface. The great thing about mint tape, if you are not already a fan, is that it does not rip or tear your paper. It works so good with keeping your project in place. You can also use your silicone mat to keep it down if you're using a smaller paper underneath the stencil. It would hold it down. Our Project Grip mat is perfect for that. It has grip on both sides of the Project Grip mat, and it's 12 by 12 size, so it's great if you're going to put a smaller piece of paper underneath your stencil. But for today's demo, we're going to use this 12 by 12 sheet of the Vicki Boutin Foundations paper. Okay, so I'm going to open up my Cloud Whip, take off that seal, and I'm going to grab a palette knife and just, looks like I was already using this palette knife, so it's got a few things on it. But let's just take some of this amazing Cloud Whip and let's put a little bit, you know, I'm going to add some color to this Cloud Whip. So I'm going to use my silicone mat corner here as my working surface. We put down some little confetti here and they're kind of proving to be in the way, right, Cody? I've got Cody and Donald here.
Hello.
Hello, and so they helped me set up for today. And so we are going to put a little bit of our Cloud Whip right there. Put my lid back on my Cloud Whip over here. We'll keep that right there. Okay, now I want to add some pretty pops of color. Let's add the Gloss Sky Blue. Perfect, right? Because it's sky blue. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squirt some right into my Cloud Whip, and then I'm going to have some fun like it's frosting, and I'm just going to mix it together. And with the glossy pops of color, they're a little more, what's the word, liquid. So it's going to create a glossy kind of texture, which I want because I want my clouds to be a little bit glistening. So look at how pretty that is. You can add more color or less color depending on what you want to create here. So here is our pretty sky blue mixed with this cloud whip. That's so pretty. Now what I want to do is take my craft scraper. These things are great. If you don't have a ton of these, you're missing out, friends, because I use these all the time. It's such a great tool. It's got that thin, sharp edge of plastic, so you can really scrape on your stencils. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick up some of this cloud whip, and I'm just gonna put it right on the top of my stencil. And we're just gonna start scraping, laying flat down. This stuff is so good for texture. And I love, love, love that you can mix it with pops of color. You can mix it with your re-inkers. You can mix it with so many things. Okay, so let's say I don't want a really thick background. I just want like that. I can keep going to scrape off more and more. And then when I just lift this up, look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, perfection. Look at that texture. Look at that shine. I'm gonna hand this to Cody to put into the stencil bath. Thank you, Cody. Let me take off my mint tape here. That to Cody. He's getting his hands dirty. We're making Cody get his hands dirty today, guys. Let's do it. Join the fun, Cody. We're all getting our hands dirty today. Okay, look at how pretty that is. Look at that shine and that glisten just from adding the sky blue gloss pops of color and the texture on there. So this will probably take about 2 to 3 minutes to dry. But if you wanted to, you can add heat to it to dry it a little bit. So let's try it. I'm gonna take my Sizzix heat tool gun. And by the way, I'm knocking things over here, sorry. I have something here in front of me. I don't know if you saw this. This is a little sneaky peeky. It might be available when you're watching this, but this is our new heat tool organizer from scrapbook.com. It's awesome. It's for your desktop. It holds all of your heat tools. So it's got 3 stainless steel cups in here. So you can put your heat tools right here. And then it's got a front little area where you could put your power strip. So you can plug everything in, or you can put all of your little embossing powders or little embellishment jars, whatever you want right in the front here. But I am so excited about this storage piece for your heat tools. You can put your hot glue gun. I've got my Ranger heat tool here, craft tool, and then I've got my Sizzix embossing gun here. But I'm gonna actually use this to try and dry our cloud whip here. So all you have to do is just go over it lightly. I'm just gonna do a small area. And I can see it drying. Look at that. I'm gonna see if Donald can get in here with the camera to show you how fast that just dry. It's dry. That is amazing. Donald, can you bring the camera over and show close up how fast this is going to dry? So right here it's wet, these two, and I'm gonna just dry them really quick. Oh, look at it drying so fast. It's awesome. Do you see how fast that dried? So you could use a heat gun, and it's kind of puffing up the clouds so that they're even a little bit more puffy. I'm just gonna do the whole thing while we're here. You can see how beautiful that is. Now, I wanna tell you about another little trick I'm gonna do. So since I just added some heat to that, okay, let me grab my 12 by 12 Clearly Amazing mat. This thing is awesome. They come in 3 different sizes. It has, I'm just taking the film off the front, and it has a low tack right here, and the other side is just plastic. But what's great about this Clearly Amazing mat is that when you put your project down on it, it's gonna flatten it all out so that it dries flat. So if I wanted this whole thing to dry flat and not warp, I would just put it onto my Clearly Amazing mat, stick it all down, and let that sit for a little bit. And then when I pull it off, it's gonna be completely straight. I love that about this little hack with using the Clearly Amazing mats. You can do that with the smaller one too. We have different sizes. Here's the standard size. This fits inside your MISTI. But this is a great one if you're doing like small card sizes and you don't want it to warp after you've done a project with some mixed media like this, then you can put it on here to dry. Okay, let's jump into another demo. I'm gonna hand this to Cody. Thank you. And now let's do a Christmas tree. All right, so this is our nested Christmas tree that I cut out with white cardstock. Let's see, where's that die? Right here. So we've got all the different sizes of the nested Christmas tree dies. This is an awesome die to have. And I've just cut out the smaller size. And I want to take 3 of these that I cut with white cardstock. And I'm going to glue them all together. So I just need some of my glue. Let's use a liquid adhesive. I've got this one right here at my fingertips, so I'm just going to use it. This is the Nuvo. We've also got the Smart Glue, which is awesome. But let's do this one. We're just going to adhere these 3 together. There we go. Are you a mixed media fan? Do you like using mixed media items? It took me a little while to get into mixed media because, you know, you get dirty. Look at my hands are all dirty. Do you like to do mixed media stuff? I know Cody and Donald do. You guys like to use the mixed media stuff that we have here at scrapbook.com, right?
I love Pops of Color.
Pops of Color.
Pops of Color.
Those are fun, huh? They're so great. You can use them for so many things. I agree. Okay, so once I have 3 adhered together, this is nice and thick, and because I use liquid adhesive, I can kind of move it around to make sure they're all perfectly centered on top of each other. Look at how nice and thick this is. So I've got a really fun tree. Now, I'm gonna hand this to Cody. We've got some extra here. I'm gonna go have him wipe it on some card fronts so we don't waste it, and we can use this for another project. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Now, I'm going to take another palette knife. Let's take this palette knife. Okay, look at how fun this is going to be. Let me take some Cloud Whip. We're going to have to rethink this confetti, guys, next time. We're going to move it off of our mat.
It looked nice, but...
It looked pretty. It was so pretty, but now I have to move it all because I don't want it to get in my Cloud Whip. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to take 3 scoops. 1, 2, and 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 different colors. So once we have that done, we're going to take, let's take our white. Take our white Pops of Color. This is the white gloss Pops of Color. And I'm going to put this in one of these right here. Now I know we already have white. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I want to add this white gloss just so it's a little bit shiny. You see that shine? Nice. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe that off. Now I'm going to take a Lysol wet wipe so that I can wipe off my palette knife between each mix so I don't have to have a bunch of different palette knives. So I'm just going to clean this off now. Okay. Off this area here too. Cleans up nice right off of our silicone mat, just like that. Okay, now the next color I'm going to do is this really pretty ice mocha. This is the gloss iced mocha. Let's mix that in there. This is going to make a really pretty like boho combo. So I'm going to put these up here so you can see them. Okay, and then let's do this terracotta color, this terracotta gloss. This is really pretty. We're going to create some really pretty blush colors of these glosses. Okay, let's mix this ice mocha in with the white Cloud Whip. And you just keep mixing, kind of like frosting. Gives a really pretty tan color. And if you need to add more, you can, because you do kind of want some contrast. So I'm going to add a little bit more. That tan, the ice mocha. It's a fun thing to do.
Speaking of frosting, are you a fan of frosting on your cupcakes, or are you more a cake person versus the frosting?
Ooh, I am really picky. That's a good question, by the way. Okay, now we're gonna mix this one. I am really picky about frosting. I seriously only like cream cheese frosting.
Same.
You too?
Oh yeah.
Crazy. What about you, Donald?
Oh, I love cream cheese.
Yeah, frosting.
Yeah.
Just cream cheese too.
Just cream cheese.
Just the cheese. Wait, are you the one that doesn't like mac and cheese?
No,
that's Cody. That's right. That's right. And you like cream cheese?
I do.
Okay, there you go. You learn something every day. Well, yeah, I agree. What about you at home? What is your favorite frosting? There's like buttercream frosting. What else is there? The whipped frosting. Is it just like, it's like the Cool Whip frosting or something? Okay, I'm mixing colors here. There we go. Okay, look at how pretty these 3 colors are. Now I'm going to clean off my palette knife so that I can get a good start on my Christmas tree. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat this like a cookie because we're talking all things frosting with this Cloud Whip. And I'm going to take each of these colors, but my darkest color I'm going to do on the bottom. So that's this terracotta, which looks more like a really pretty boho peachy color. So I'm going to start going down with my frosting looking area here. And what's great about this technique is that you can go back in and fix it. So I'm just creating like some ruffles here. Just like that. Now I don't want the cardstock showing, so I'm going to go in and do like that. So it looks really pretty and ruffled. I'm going to bring them down a little bit more. Let's do it one more time. See that? This is very therapeutic. I like that. Look how pretty that is. Now I got some right there, so I can just scrape. All right, then I'm going to clean my palette knife again. And we're going to do the same thing on the next layer with this iced mocha color. So I'm just going to get some on the bottom of my knife. And we're going to do the same thing right here and create some ruffles right on top of those other ones. It legit feels like I'm frosting a cookie, but the end result is going to be so pretty. It's going to be a permanent cookie you can keep forever and not eat. But
oh man, can't eat it.
No, I know. Now I want some sugar cookies. All right, so there we go. We're going to do the same ruffle technique. Make sure our background's not showing. And you can go as thick as you want or as thin as you want. And see, I got some right here, so I'm going to just scrape that off. It's okay, because the next one's going to be white and it's going to cover that. Look how pretty that's looking. What do you think? Ready to do some white on there now? Okay. Let's get our white that we mixed up here. This is our glossy white with our Cloud Whip. Matter of fact, you know what I might do? Here, let's heat it to dry it just a little bit. I'm going to get my Sizzix done and we're going to dry it. Oh, it's drying so fast. So if you wanted it to just sit and dry, it would just vary depending on your thickness. But if you want to speed up the process, you certainly can use a heat gun. Just don't get too close. You want to give it a little bit of space so you don't burn anything. But look at how pretty that dries. Okay, let's do our white because we got that one to dry. So now we'll just do the same thing with our white all the way here. And I can go back in and reshape this. I'm just going to get that frosting on there. Now I had some glitter dust. Cody, do you know where that glitter dust is that I had? It might be in my stuff that I brought in the room. I'm going to put some glitter dust on this. And I'm just going to shape the top of my tree like that. Look at how cute this cute little boho tree is. Oh my goodness, can you imagine making little tiny ones? But watch this next technique right here. Okay, I found it. Thank you. It's this rock candy distress crystal clear glitter. Watch this. This is so fun. Ta-da-da-da. It's like decorating a cookie. You guys, you can't eat this, but it looks so yummy. Look how cute this is. Okay, I'm not going to stop with the glitter. It's so cute. Okay. Let's turn it around. Look at how pretty this is and fun and the texture on it. Imagine making this into a tag. Once it dries, you could poke a hole there with your hole puncher and create a tag and attach some other things with it, or you can put it on a card front. Let me grab a card front just so we can see how cute it will be. This is probably one of my most favorite projects to do with the pops of color and the Cloud Whip. So let's say we have a card front here.
You could put this here to add some dimension on your card front with a little sentiment underneath. And I actually have some really cute sentiments here. Oops, stay there, Cookie. Okay, we've got our festive tree greeting stamps. We've got Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. And then we've also got our winter floral and greetings where we could stamp season's greetings, winter wishes, and sending a warm hug. So let's do that really quick. Let's stamp sending a warm hug because that's what it looks like, right? With this boho really pretty color. So I'm going to put this right here to finish drawing. And we're going to take our Misty. Let me open up the stamp set. And let's do sending a warm hug. Now this is a new stamp, so I want to kind of season this a little bit. All right, here is the Misty. Got my Misty here, so I'm going to move this right on top of my cloud whip to dry for a second. And probably need to clean up my mess here. Let's just get a little working space here. I do not want to waste this color. It's so pretty. So what I think I'm going to do is trade with Cody so that we can save this because I want to still do something with these really pretty colors. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you this silicone mat, Cody, to keep over there for us to finish something a little bit later. And then let's get a new silicone mat. Thank you. Whoops, actually I need that. Thank you. Okay, now let's grab our other silicone mat. Okay, I'm gonna get out a brand new silicone mat. These mats are awesome. This is our OG original silicone mat. It's a perfect workspace. It's big. And you just have to undo it, have a little spot here to put on my workspace. Okay, perfect. Now I have a clean, nice new workspace. Okay, let's take that Misty. Let's take our card front. Do we have a card front? We have card fronts in here, right? Can we grab one? All right, inside my Misty, I have the standard Clearly Amazing mat from scrapbook.com. And take off the film here. It has low tack. Put that down. We're going to take this, and I'm going to put this down here. Now I want to see about where is my tree going to go. Like right there. And then I'm going to stamp sending a warm hug right underneath. Okay, that's darling. And you can, add whatever colors you want, but I'm just going to do one that's like this cute boho color. I am so in love with this cute little tree with those colors. The possibilities are endless with mixing your different pops of color with your cloud whip and your re-inkers. So many things you can do. Okay, let's pick up this. And then I have my black ink here. I'm just going to take my VersaFine. We're going to ink this up. Okay. And you know what? Here's a little trick too. Another little hack I'm helping you with, friends. Your cloud whip can work as like your hockey puck that you use on top of your Misty to push down your stamp. It's like the perfect size. If you've watched us, you know I use this with the Misty as well because it's just so handy. It's the perfect size, the perfect weight to push down your stamp. And look at that, perfection. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off and we'll put this aside for now. And let's take our cute little sending a warm hug, just like that. Simple and cute. And then you would just put it on a card front. How cute is that? How fun is that? I am so excited for you all to try this cloud whip and use it. The MSRP on this is $25, but right now during this live stream, you can get it for $12.99. That is such a good deal. I would grab a couple of them. They're gonna go fast, I know it. I know I'm getting a ton because I use this over and over again. It's so fun to use to create texture on all of your paper crafting projects. So that is just one simple, quick way to use it to create a card. Now let's start diving into some more fun things with this texture paste. All right, friends, let's jump right into another fun technique. I'm gonna grab some more of that foundations paper as a background here to show you something fun. Now, if you like to add texture to your layouts, this next tip is gonna be for you. So
what you can do is you take your background paper. All right, so I'm gonna use my 6x8 herringbone stencil like this, and I'm going to create some texture in both of my opposite corners here. So I will take the mint tape and I will just adhere this down right there, because that's about, actually I want a little bit more. Adhere it down right there because I'm going to use just a little bit of that right there. Okay. So I need to get out my palette knife again, put some of this down, and my craft scraper. And we're just gonna scrape it, create some texture, and then I'm gonna move it. Look at that, fun, fun. And then I'm gonna do the same thing in the other corner. Take this same texture paste that's still on here and add that there and grab just a little bit more. Okay. Let's scrape that down. Just kind of create kind of like a zigzag area, just so it doesn't look too uniform, but it's got some texture there. All right, then let's lift that up. Oh, that looks so cool. Let me show you in the camera. I'll get a close up here. Okay, Cody, can I hand that to you? Thank you so much. Look at this texture. Can you see it with the white on the white? There we go. Both corners. Now let's dry it. Let's get our heat tool. Dry this quickly. You saw how quick it dried. You just need to put it on it for just a few seconds. It'll dry it right up. It does start to puff it just a little bit, not too intense, but enough that you can see the design pop up and you can see the perfect lines where the stencil was. I love that about this. With just adding a little bit of heat makes it puff up just a little bit. We'll dry this up. Make sure it's all dry, because this next thing that we're gonna do, we need this dry. Okay. And that's how quick and easy it is to dry it if you want to speed along the drying process. I am going to take some of these gloss sprays by Dina Wakely. They're so pretty. This is her Heather and her Carnation. Okay, so we're just going to shake them up a little bit, and then we're going to start spritzing just one quick little spritz. Maybe two, maybe three. Yeah, let's do 3 spritzes, and then let's get this carnation color and do the same thing in this side. And you're just gonna create your own creative background, but look at how pretty that looks with the texture and the spritz. Now I know I'm not finishing a layout here. This is just a demo and show you and give you some inspiration to create your own background using the texture with the Cloud Whip and then using some of these fun gloss sprays. So pretty. I mean, imagine then creating a whole layout out of this. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, let me show you this other fun technique. Let me wipe up my surface here. Just using a towel, paper towel there. Okay, so I'm gonna take an A2 card front, and I'm taking my 6x8 Ghostly Treats stencil. And before we do that, I want to use some of our good friend Simon's Lunar paste. Okay, Simon, I'm going to try out your fun Lunar paste. This is called Traffic Cone. I love watching Simon use this stuff. It's so inspiring. So I wanted to try and do some here. So I'm going to take my dome foam blender, and we're just going to ink the back of this card with this gorgeous traffic cone. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, I love this stuff already. It's so metallic, and that orange is like stunning. Well done, Simon. I'm in love.
And you know what? Simon just recently filmed with us using his Lunar paste. He filmed a whole class on it.
Yes.
So that'll be coming soon. So be on the lookout for that.
Okay, friends, did you hear that? Donald told us that Simon was just here and he filmed a class using this gorgeous Lunar paste. Now you can create this background however you want. I'm just getting some color on here. It dries so fast too, that's nice. Okay, I just did some swirly swirls, okay? Just kind of a ooh, scary, spooky background. I'm in love, Simon. Well done. This stuff is awesome. I love that color. And I know he has a ton of other colors that we have here at Scrapbook.com. So that's the traffic cone. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I might need to dry this a little bit. So let's use this heat gun from Ranger on a low heat and just heat this so it dries before I put my stencil on it. Okay. And drying it, you can start to see the texture in it and our swirly swirls there. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is take my Ghostly Treats stencil and we're gonna take some mint tape. We're gonna adhere this to the back. Now, I'm already addicted and I can tell I want some more of this Lunar paste to mix with my Cloud Whip to create some fun different backgrounds too, because I just can't imagine all the beautiful colors. I kind of want some gold now. Okay, so we're gonna take our Cloud Whip. We're just gonna put some in the middle here. And we're gonna take our craft scraper. I think I have one up here still that's clean. Okay, thank you, Cody. All right, we've got a craft scraper here. So we're gonna take some of our Cloud Whip and we're just gonna go across our stencil here. Now, don't fear, I'm not covering up this gorgeous traffic cone metallic Lunar paste. But I am gonna put on my white ghosts here so that they can have their time to shine on his gorgeous Lunar paste. Okay, check this out. Oh, you guys, look at how cute. Okay, come on, that's adorable, that's gorgeous. Simon, we make a great team, look at that. Lunar paste and Cloud Whip together, gorgeous. Okay, sold. I want all of it. So Cloud Whip, $12.99 right now at scrapbook.com today and tomorrow. Make sure you grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many you're gonna need, because I'm gonna go through this stuff like buckets. It's exciting. I'm here and I'm excited about the results from this. So have fun, get creative, and get your Cloud Whip today. Okay, so I am going to hand this to Cody so it can dry over there and clean up really quick because I want to show you just a few other fun things you can do with this Cloud Whip. Let me get my wipes here. We're going to clean up our craft scraper so I can use this again. All right, and then we're going to clean up this. I love the silicone mat. Look at that. That Lunar paste and Cloud Whip is all coming up together. Just scrub it up a little bit. And I'm going to take one more and just wipe it now. Clean. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right, I just need a towel to dry this and dry my area. Okay, so something I want to show you too is just how fabulous this mint tape is. So Cody, remember how I had you save my boho colors over there? I'm gonna use them now on where's a scrap piece of the Vicky paper? Here we go. Let's use this scrap piece of foundations paper because it's nice and thick. And let's take some mint tape and let's create some stripes, okay? Now, if you had a ruler or a grid, you could line these up perfectly, but I'm just going to freehand it and do some stripes here. Eyeball it. Okay, let's do 3 stripes here. Okay, now I'm gonna take some of this leftover boho. Cody, thank you. And we'll take this pretty color and we're just going to swipe it across. And then Cody, let me get another color from you. Let's get that pretty brown, that iced mocha, and do that up here. Okay. Now, take that craft scraper and let's lay it flat and go across our stripes here. Fun. Now you could add some texture here. All right, now that I've got that down, I want to create some texture on here, and you can totally create your own texture by like using your craft scraper or whatever, but I'm going to take Simon's stamping foam and I'm going to heat it for 15 seconds like he teaches us. And then I want my sweater impression on it to use as texture in this stripe background. So let's see if we can make that happen. This is the test, Simon. We're going to use your stamping foam and my sweater to create this background. So let's see if we can make it happen. No pressure. So let's see if we can do it. Okay, have you used this stamping foam before? And do you love it? I'm excited to try this. Okay. I'm getting it all heated. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna stamp my sweater. Push, push, push. Hold it there. I don't know how long I'm supposed to hold it.
It's like a tattoo.
It's like a tattoo. Let's just hold it here. Ready? And oh my gosh, that's so cool. There's some fun texture on here. Can you see that texture? Okay, let's try it. We're gonna stamp. Oh yes. It looks like your wall texture background, you know? So it created all these little fun little divots for my sweater. Okay, now here's the moment. We're gonna dry it with our heat gun. Dry, 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 dry. Look at that texture, looks cool. Okay, I don't wanna dry it all the way because I wanna be able to get my mint tape off. So here we go. Look at that mint tape. Fabulous! Perfect, crisp lines where my mint tape was. Friends, this mint tape should be your best friend. Oh my goodness, look at that. Perfection. Okay, so if I was creating something here for a card or a background, look at these perfect stripes with the textured background and how the mint tape was able to create that crisp line using the cloud whip, using the stamp foam and creating this texture in the background. So if I was to cut this, like I almost want to just cut it so you can see how cool it looks without any distraction of this outer paper. Let's cut that off. Let's cut this off. And let's cut here. Now these are not straight lines, I'm just cutting so you can see how cool this looks. Look at that. Look at that texture. Look at that dimension. Look at how fun. Now, the possibilities are endless. I'm counting on you, friends, to use your creativity and make something fun with this and put it in our gallery so we can see. I know all of you are so creative and I cannot wait to see what you create with this. This stuff is amazing, amazing. So fun. It dries fast with the heat gun. You can use it with so many different mediums, so many different things. Truly, the sky's the limit. No pun intended with that cloud whip. Do you got any for us, Cody? What's a pun?
No, you took right out of my mouth.
Is your head in the clouds?
It is.
No pun intended. Anyways, so many good things. This is such a great product. We're really excited to bring it to you today at this live stream at this price for $12.99. Make sure you grab it. 2 days only. Such a special, special deal. Okay, I think that's most of the techniques we wanted to show. I think one more thing is the tags, Cody. Shall we show them the tags? Let's move this mess out of the way. And I'm gonna keep this craft scraper. Thank you. Making a mess here. But isn't that what it's all about? Isn't mixed media all about making a mess? It is, right? Let's get our hands dirty. Let's dig in deep and let's have some fun crafting together. Together, friends. And I want to see what you come up with. Share with us these different ideas that you have, because that's what this community is all about, is sharing and inspiring one another. So be sure to put it in the gallery. Share with us here in the comments some different ideas that you have. We would love to try it and share with each other our different fun inspiration. Okay. All right, I'm going to clean up. All right, I'm going to grab my tags and show you some more inspiration. So we've got some tags already cut here out of the foundations paper. And we are going to take some ink blending, So we'll take these colors here. This is our Havana Red and our Mermaid and Daffodil. Okay, so I'm gonna use my domed foam blender, which is still such a great tool if you're doing some ink blending, and our Scrapbook.com hybrid ink pad. This is the Havana Red. So we're just gonna do a little bit of ink blending on this tag. And I'm just going from the side over, creating like an ombre effect. Okay, and the next color we'll do, the great thing about this dome foam blender is then you swap to your next color, which is this blue and this daffodil. So I'm gonna open those up. Let's do daffodil next. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna come across on the edge and ink blend, ink blend, ink blend. You know what's great about this mint tape? I saw this from one of our instructors at SBC Fest. She took a piece of mint tape, she stuck it to her finger, which I loved, and she used that to hold down her project. See, inspiring one another, helping each other in this crafty goodness is such a good thing. Okay, then I'm gonna take that one, and we're gonna use our Mermaid next. I'm just going to do the top of this tag over on the side here. Down there. Now I did get it a little blotchy, but that's okay. We can blend it all together. Okay. Just going to take this yellow again and kind of blend all three colors together. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, there's our tag background. To the side. We're going to take this now and we're going to use our stencil. I'm going to use this teardrop floral stencil, and I'm just going to do the same thing that we did with the big layout. We're just going to create some texture up here, and I can even use my craft scraper, the corner of it, to grab a little bit of cloud whip. Okay. And I'm going to just do a little bit up here in this corner. And what's great about this cloud whip on this ink blended surface is once this dries and you do it thin, it starts to absorb the ink color. So then it will take on a little bit of that ink color where you put the cloud whip. It's pretty cool and pretty magic and amazing. So now let's take the rest of this and just do this corner down here. A little bit more. Ink blend there to create a textured background. So after that starts to dry, it will take on some of those colors and absorb into the cloud whip, so you have some colorful dimension on there as well. You could even take some of your Lunar paste and go over the top of it too to create some metallic dimension. So many possibilities. Okay, let me show you some projects that I made using this fabulous cloud whip. I'm gonna close up my cloud whip so we can keep it fresh. Okay, this is a fun new stamp and die set that we have, but I created these little boxes. This is one of our stencils, little boxes. Can you see that? Background, and then used a domed foam blender with pink and went over the whole textured background. And then, thank you, Cody, I used this new wildflower branches. This is one of our first ever die and stamp sets combined. We're super excited about this. So you can stamp and then die cut the florals, and then you can use some watercolor like I did here and a little bit of pops of color to add some glitter dimension. And then I used the Hello Friend from this new Hello Friend stamp set and the cute little bow. So cute. Okay, and then one last card. Whoops. Sometimes we drop things here. Okay, one last card is this I Love You. This is with our Slimline Bloom stencil. This was in one of our live streams recently, and this I Love You was a freebie die that we gave away. But look at how cute that texture is on the background of this card. This is all using Cloud Whip with some pink pops of color. So pretty. Again, the Cloud Whip is such a great texture that it takes to the stencils very, very well so that you get a clean, crisp line with your stencils. It's not going to seep underneath. It's going to give you that textured, beautiful, crisp look that you're looking for. Okay, friends, we have had so much fun hanging out with you and sharing with you these fun tips and tricks using our brand new Cloud Whip. I just want to address a few more questions before we close up. So the drying time on this, it varies. It really does vary on your climate and on the thickness of your texture. Now you saw that I used the Sizzix heat gun and the Ranger Heat It craft tool. Both will work to dry your Cloud Whip, or any heat gun will work. Just try not to get too close because you don't want to burn anything, right? But as you saw, when I was heating it, it dried it really quickly and it puffed it just a little bit, which was really cool. So that, I hope I answered the question with that. And then how do you clean off your stencils? When you use Cloud Whip and you're using it on a stencil, you'll need to put it in a stencil bath quickly, or use a Lysol wipe or any kind of wet wipe to wipe it off quickly to get the residue from the Cloud Whip off, because it will start to harden and dry. It's kind of like plaster. I mean, it's mixed media modeling paste, so it will start to harden. So you just want to make sure you get that off quickly. And it does wipe off very nicely. And anything else we'll address in the comments if we're seeing more questions come through, so put them in there and we'll answer them. I'm just being completely honest with you, friends, when I say you're going to want to take advantage of this deal. I know you all have been waiting for this item. It's finally here, and we are offering it at a phenomenal price. $12.99. MSRP on this is $25, so grab it now while it's on sale before they are gone, because I know they'll go quickly. All right, I think that's about it and wraps up. And again, share with us in the gallery any projects that you make using Scrapbook.com branded items, or any items that we sell at Scrapbook.com. We would love to see what you're creating. It's such a great community, and we're just so grateful for each and every one of you hanging out with us, being part of what we do here. We really do what we do because we love this craft. We love paper crafting, and we love our community, so thank you. All right, I think that's everything, right, friends? Donald?
Yeah.
Cody?
That's it.
We're ready. Okay, friends, we look forward to seeing you at the next live stream. You're not going to want to miss it because we're going to bring you a fun deal. Don't forget to sign up for our VIP text. You'll be the first notified when we have these amazing deals. And until the next live stream, we will see you then. Thank you.
Did you miss SBC Fest?
No problem. You can watch the replay now. We are so excited to welcome you to Scrapbook.com and kick off this fun-filled 2-day event. All right, SBC Fest was phenomenal.
Amazing. So
many amazing instructors, top-notch in our industry. It was amazing.
Yes, and you can watch the replay right now at scrapbook.com/SBCFest, or head over to the Scrapbook.com YouTube channel.
You're gonna wanna check it out. It's amazing.